Hey y'all, welcome back. I'm not sure where you're at, but it is way too cold for comfort here in Texas. So that leads us to what we're making today, which is white chicken chili. So kudos to the queen of networking herself, Miss Stacey Harris. We were chatting last week on the phone for like an hour, and we of course got on the topic of food, and she said that she just made a white chicken chili. And I was like, oh my gosh, white chicken chili. I haven't made that in like 2 years, but I have a recipe I've made forever and ever. Super good, so simple. So I was like, that's what we're gonna do today. So the ingredients look like there's a lot going on, but I swear it's actually way simpler than what you think. So we're not even cooking chicken for that matter. We're just gonna pull it because I have a rotisserie chicken right here, and everything's just gonna be dumped in a crock pot, but let's go over everything we're working with first. All right, so now that you guys are a little bit closer, I'm sure you guys noticed my little battle wound. So I impress myself every day. Turns out I thought it would be a great idea to try to catch my curling iron with my face. So that's what that is. It's unfortunately not sunburn because, like I said, it's freezing outside. Doom and gloom, but chili. It brings us to amazing chili. So rotisserie chicken, like I said, that's what we're working with here. I almost got a seasoned one, but I just got a plain Jane rotisserie chicken. So literally every grocery store carries this. And if you don't want to pull apart the chicken, then they actually sell it. I know Kroger and H-E-B, of course, do. They sell it pre-pulled already, so you don't even have to screw with this whole step if you don't want to. But that's what we're doing. And then bone broth, chicken broth, whatever. I think everyone seems to be having the same thought with it being so cold because I could not find any chicken broth anywhere. So I got like 3 of these jars. There's actually 3 more sitting over there. It looks pretty bad, but it is what it is. That's all I could find, so that's what we're working with. Now I've got beans. If you want to do corn instead of the beans, maybe you don't love beans, that's cool too. But this is where it gets exciting because you can get a Salsa Verde. I've always made this with a Salsa Verde, but this is like a jalapeno Salsa Verde. And you guys know I have an obsession with jalapenos and cilantro. So I opted for this kind, but do whatever heat level you like or don't like. That being said too, we also have a poblano pepper we're just gonna dice up along with our onion. And then for seasonings and spices, 5 cloves of garlic. We're gonna do some chili powder, dark chili powder or regular, it doesn't matter. This says dark, but it's all the same diff. So whatever you have. And then we've got cumin, oregano, and smoked paprika. Last but not least, to make this a white chicken chili, hence the name, what we're gonna do instead of a cream cheese is actually this whole milk Greek yogurt that I said tastes like sour cream. If you guys watched last week's video with the taco dip, it's like my new obsession, but I figured if you guys made that last week, more often than not, you can only buy the big container like this. So let's use that up before it goes bad. Again, just using what you have. But if you really would prefer a cream cheese, just do a low-fat cream cheese because with all the seasonings, spices, flavors we have going on in this, you're not going to tell the difference between like a full-fat, good cream cheese that you can just eat with jelly and a cracker versus a low-fat one that maybe has a little less taste. I'm going to be honest, I can tell the difference between the low-fat cream cheese and a regular. But again, for this purpose, it really does not matter. So that is what we're working with. I'm gonna pull this apart first. But before I get going, actually, I'm gonna show you how I cut up the onion. It sounds weird, but it just came to my attention that people struggle so bad trying to get like the skin off the onion. So I'll just do that real quick so you guys maybe know a little cheat if you guys don't already. And then we'll get rolling with just dumping everything in the crock pot. All right, not that cutting an onion is rocket science by any means, but this I just feel like is the easiest way to do it. So where you have like these little vine stragglies, if you want to call them that, I don't know what they're called really, leave those intact, but you want to cut the other end off. So I just shave off a little bit like that, and then split it right down the middle. Like that. That one's running away. And then that way it loosens this outer layer. See how the outer layer is already kind of flipping up like that? I just peel all that off because more often than not, the outer layer of an onion will be kind of rubbery anyway. So like I don't like to cook that because it's chewy. It's just kind of gross. It's not crisp like the rest of an onion. So of course, the one time I demo this, it's getting kind of stuck. It normally just comes right off every single time, but that's all there is to it. Then I rinse it because I don't want any onion paper in my stuff. So the only cutting up there is to do is the cilantro. If you didn't buy it pre-cut, which you can even buy like pre-diced veggies if you want to shortcut this to the max. But the onion and the poblano we're going to cut up. Like I said, shred the chicken, throw it in a crock pot, dump everything in there, and we are done. Okay, so now we wait. I have the luxury of time, so that is why I did not saute the onion and poblano to kind of get those soft before adding them to the crock pot, because it is on high heat. So I'm gonna give it about an hour and a half or two. It's chili, so the longer it rides, the better the flavors can kind of meld. That being said, that is why I did not put the cilantro in there, because it's a delicate herb. I don't want to burn it or just kind of wilt it to where it's just kind of little sad cilantro leaves in there. This is well over a half cup, by the way. In the recipe, I will put a half cup, but I just love cilantro. So I don't really know how much this is, but I did quite a bit. And then also I did 2 jars of the chicken broth. I will put that in the notes as well, as far as how many ounces that was. If you get one of like the big containers of chicken broth, I would say probably 1.5 of those, give or take. Like I said, I'll check it out and put it all in the description notes. But when that is about done, that is when I'll add in the cilantro. I actually forgot to salt it too, so I'm going to do that. Salt, no rhyme or reason, as I'm sure you guys know, just salt it to your liking. But then that's literally it. We'll probably put some cilantro on there, some avocado, make it look pretty, because we got to eat with our eyes first. So other than that, super easy, super quick to throw together. And again, I made a lot, so I'm probably going to freeze some of it, meal prep with some of it. It's a pretty light chili that came together super quick. So that is what we're going to do, but I will check back shortly. All right, you guys, it is done. So I tried to take a picture of it the prettiest I could for you guys, but by the time I walked outside, some of the avocado, I was kind of sinking. So it tastes better than it looks this time, I promise. It smells so good. It makes the house smell good. So definitely a cozy but healthy chili meal. If you want it a little creamier for more of like a white chicken chili, kind of how it's more authentically so that way, just simply add more of that Greek yogurt, or just add more cheese. Like I said, if you're using cream cheese, that works too. But definitely recommend this one. This one turned out super, super good. So I hope you guys enjoy it. But until then, I will see you guys next week.